We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Ready. Let it go here.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
To number 13. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second down, Elliott once more. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Now Prescott. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Stafford on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Play action now, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was a safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
They just gave up a a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. This is Lamb on the end around. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rams at 12-2 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and and it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they'll just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. But guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, again, his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Inside give to Elliott. Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. 10th carry now for Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
At the 34-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air again, Stafford. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A final shot before the break. Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Third down, it's Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here for Davis. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Stafford now to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And yikes, this will get out of bounds, so without even a return, they're going to be set up on the outskirts of the red zone. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Stafford.
Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
Touchdown! Cam Akers from 8 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible, too.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The field goal we just saw has us now at a one-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
8 yards to go on second down. They'll give this to Akers running right.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From left side, complete to Cup. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Josh Pascal there to bring him down.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Stafford.
He's got this into the hands of Barkley coming across the field.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. But incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Hey, 22!
Now Stafford on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Actually, his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this part of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Prescott now. Pass complete to Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Complete to Allen Robinson. It's a gain of 6. First down, Cowboys.
Here's Dak. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Prescott. He's got Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
13 yards. First down, Dallas.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now You know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. Now, I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative-type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year.